so you can hear how it's trying to pick up and run, but it won't. Trying to pick up and run, but it won't. What's up, everybody? Jason with Car Smart TV. And today I am working on a 1998 Club Car DS. It's a good looking cart. It's been very well maintained. Really clean under the seat there. Problem is it's having some running issues. Kind of like popping and skipping when it's trying to run. Let's see if we can get it to do it real quick. So you can hear how it's trying to pick up and run, but it won't. Trying to pick up and run, but it won't. There are several things that it could be wrong causing this issue. Got to go with the simplest thing first, and that's going to be checking your micro switches here in the box, just to be sure that the micro switch that sends the signal to kill the engine when you take your foot off the gas is actually still operating properly. I have done that, and they do operate as they're supposed to. And then you have your limit box. Probably hard to see there, but it's your RPM limit box. It also has a grounding circuit in it that, if failed, it's going to either act funny or it's just not going to work at all. And of course you have the coil, the ignition coil, that could be the problem here. So let's see what the fire looks like on this thing, just to see you know, how strong it may or may not be. So I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but every now and then it'll actually make a big flash happen. So that's sort of telling me that we may have an interruption of the signal going into the coil, which comes from the RPM limit box. So I think the first thing I'm going to do here is just a trial and error, slap a new RPM limit box on here and see if it changes the spark. If it don't change the way that looks as it's rotating, gets rid of that big flash, or either stays flashing hard like that, we'll go in and change the coil, because that's the only other two pieces that go hand in hand here with the ignition spark there. So yeah, it's not really a test that I'm aware of for testing the limit box, the RPM limit box. Of course, you can do your primary and secondary test on your ignition coil, but I'm going to start out with that RPM limit box to see if it changes the reaction of the spark into the plug. Alright guys, so the new limit box is on. Let's see what happens. And as always, I can't say always, sometimes limit box does fix it, but in this case it is definitely not the limit box. So we'll throw the old one back on and we're going to get us a new coil to throw in, see if it fixes the spark issue, which it pretty much has to now. It's obvious that our switches are working good, and it's more than likely just a bad signal going into the igniter of the coil, because this particular model has the built-in igniter to the coil, and typically in the older models, when the igniter goes bad, it does this similar problem, we'll say. And so yeah, we're just gonna get this thing tore apart now, and get a new coil on it, and should be good to go. There you go. So we got our new coil put on, and it's not an easy task, but it can be done while the motor is still in the golf cart. It's just a little bit of doing to it, but you can do it. And so I've got it all back together, and let's see what happens. Should fire right up. Oh yeah, that's good stuff right there. Never missed a beat. Sounds good, running good. Just got a few more little pieces to put on. The air hose back to the air box, and take it for a spin. But hopefully this video will help you guys out. And as always, guys, we appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that share button, comment if you need to, hit that bell for any more new videos about to be released. And that's a wrap for this one, guys. Thanks for watching.